It's the questions. I've got papers all around me. I wish we could get to all of them. Pretty busy over there on the Twitter, guys, on the Facebook and everything. All right. Your message has been seen. Thank all of you for coming out. Let's have a quick 1-minute wrap-up. Why don't we toss it to our senatorial candidates first? How about Mr. Malpass?
I'm a little distrustful. I started at the beginning, and then Bruce blasted it.
Who's got a quarter in their pocket?
You want me to keep quiet?
Who's got a quarter in their pocket?
You want me to go first?
Somebody throw me a quarter. We'll do this the fair way.
We've got so many.
Hang on.
I need a quarter. I'll go first.
All right, you'll go first. All right, here we go. See, gentlemanly behavior when I threaten to fit.
You know, as I said, I started this process in an American Legion Hall in my hometown of Valley Stream, right on the Queens border, right by JFK Airport. We had 600 people in that American Legion Hall. Who were these people? They were veterans, they were Tea Party people, they were Republicans, conservatives, independents, and yes, there were Democrats there as well. People want to change. They want common sense brought back to government. I don't want to be a United States Senator who votes on a bill at 2 o'clock in the morning that's 2,000 pages long. It doesn't make sense to me, and it doesn't make sense to the people that I talk to throughout this state. They just want to get back to basics. Things aren't as complicated as our politicians make them. We need to be straightforward and get to the heart of the problem and start solving problems. You know, one of the good things about traveling around the state, and I know, I tend to be a little edgy, but I'm passionate, and I am a fighter, and I think that's what we need right now. But I'll tell you, I've listened to the stories of the people, whether it be the woman whose farm has been in the family for over 100 years, and she doesn't feel that they'll be able to pass it on to the next generation, or the shoe shine guy here right at Grand Central Station. He lowered the price of a shoe shine from $3.50 to $3. Why? Not because 50 cents would make a difference, because he couldn't think of anything else to do. His business was down 30%, and that's the money he takes home to pay for his kids to go to parochial school. That's what he pays his rent with. That's how he puts food on the table. So these are people with real problems, and I understand that. And I want you to know that there is good news out there. As I travel around the state, New Yorkers have not lost faith in America. And they've lost faith in their leaders. I will be a successful senator if I can restore your faith in the leadership of this country, and I'll do my best to try. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate the invitation to be here tonight.
Thank you, Bruce. We're here in agreement on lots of things. There is truly a deep crisis facing the country, and our current leaders aren't getting the job done. We need a full upheaval in Washington. Government is supposed to serve the people. That's the way it's supposed to work, but now we are working to serve the government. That's the wrong way around, and that's what we have to find a way to stop. I am an outsider. I'll be a thoughtful, independent voice for New York in Washington. I have the skills and the backbone to go and stand up to the big government machine that is taking over our lives, that's taking over our freedoms, that's biting into our liberty. On the campaign, I talked with a fellow named Chris in Niagara who said he'd been looking, he was 19 years old, been looking and looking for a job. He only had 2 offers. One was from the amusement park, and the other was from the Army. So he decided to take the one from the Army, and I, of course, applauded that. And it's incumbent on us, our duty then, is to find a way that when he's done serving his country in the Army, he can come back to New York State and not have to go to Pennsylvania or to Florida or Texas, somewhere where he can get a fairer shake. And so I'm very happy to be on a panel with Rick Lazio tonight and to hear his solutions, because we know deep down that Albany is just as fouled up as Washington, and it's hurting us every day. So thank you very much.
Folks, 800,000 New Yorkers are out of work tonight. That's the official count. My guess is when you talk about people that are underemployed or just darn given up looking for work anymore, maybe twice that size. And we have a government that only worries about itself. They can't get anything done. They don't want to get anything done. There's a cabal in Albany, and they just have total disrespect for all of us. It's the truth, you know it. And the only way to fix that is to send a message on Election Day that the people are back in charge. The crooks are out, the spending has got to come down, the budgets have to be balanced, the taxes have to come down. We want people employed again. We want this state to be a place where our children and grandchildren see their future. Not just because they have some special deal with some politician in Albany, and our businesses have got to be able to prosper based on how hard they work and the quality of their products and the quality of their people. Not because they can afford to send a lobbyist to Albany or they can make a big campaign contribution. That's what's at stake for us. And not just for a year or two, folks, it's for the next 25 years. That's how important this election is. We have to do everything we possibly can. We don't want to have to complain after the election. Now's the time to move into action. Now's the time to take our government back. Now's the time to throw out the people that have created this mess. And I argue for 29 years, Andrew Cuomo has been part of the problem in Albany. That's the status quo. That's the system that feeds the special interests and the insiders at our expense. Let's take away that trough. Let's put the people back in charge. Let's have more take-home pay and more jobs. And with your help and with the groups around the state that feel the same way, we can take this government back and we can get people feeling like, again, this government is deserving of the great people that live in this state.
Thank you, all of you who came out here, all of you that are watching on the web, all of you that have sent in